So I was extremely disappointed by Black Bag, especially as all of the marketing material made this movie look like a super slick spy thriller. And typically, I absolutely love this genre, especially as it's got such a star-studded cast and it's got Soderbergh behind the movie as well. So I was led to believe that I'm going to get myself ready for another brilliant installment in a very similar way to the Ocean's franchise. But the end product with Black Bag couldn't be anything more opposite to the brilliant Ocean's franchise, as this movie is such a snooze fest and is super boring. I mean, since the Ocean's franchise, Soderbergh has been a little bit hit or miss with his movies, and the majority of the films that come out of Focus Features, I'm personally not the biggest fan of. So to some extent, maybe I shouldn't have been that surprised, but I was just hoping for Black Bag to be so much better. And despite this movie having a relatively decent budget of $50 million, it actually looks incredibly cheap. And so you can immediately tell that the majority of that budget went to pay for this A-list cast. And on that point, from my perspective, the only thing really that this movie has going for it is the brilliant star-studded cast. Even though certain characters do go abroad, they could have made that aspect look pretty glamorous and really, really exciting. But the majority of those scenes you just see from the perspective of somebody just watching them on the screen, and so it just loses all of the vivacious energy that it could have had. And another aspect of mystery solving is just putting all of the clues together, but when all of the clue pieces are just really, really boring and the lead character just hasn't got the same charm that, for example, Hercule Poirot definitely does have, and that we also see in the Knives Out franchise, then it doesn't really work, I think. For me, it was just a classic case of style over substance. I mean, this movie was trying so hard to be really sophisticated, really, really sleek, but it just did not work at all. And clearly, the pitch for this movie was to show what it really is like from a realistic perspective on the spy genre. And I think while interesting, I feel like it just came across as really, really dull, as it's basically just a desk job. No doubt with some interesting elements in there, but it just didn't interweave it well enough, and so the end product is just really dull and uninspiring. I also do think that some of the actors were just really overacting, as they could really tell that they're in an awards film wannabe, and so I really didn't enjoy this movie. I think it really did not deserve to have a theatrical release, and so for all of those reasons, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. Now I'd love to hear from you. What did you think of Black Bag? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.